Welcome guys to a brand new video. You join me in my living room quite simply because my office setup is not ready yet. It's an absolute, well, it's just bare bones. It's got nothing in it, basically. Welcome to F1 2019. This is the very first video, the announcement day of the game coming out. So very, very exciting. We have a trailer. We have lots and lots of details to get into. So I'm not going to bore you with any more waffling. Let's get right into the trailer and we'll talk about just what F1 2019 has in store. Boom. 28th of June 2019. There is your first tidbit. The game is coming out much earlier than what has been previously been the trend. In previous years, it's normally released around the 25th of August. This time around, it's 2 months earlier. So that's only 3 months away from where we are currently at this stage in the year. I personally am not quite ready for that. That is absolutely insane. So I don't know if you picked up on anything from that little teaser trailer. You might have noticed that it didn't have any liveries on it. It wasn't a branded car, and there is good reason for that, because as of right now, we can now do custom liveries on F1 2019.
Brilliant! Brilliant! That's the double! Paul in the win! Ho-ho, you legend!
When I read that for the first time, I was absolutely gobsmacked, I'm not going to lie. So we're going to delve into the details of why and how this is possible, why we are able to use custom liveries on F1 cars. But first I'm going to get into the press release, which was given to me straight from Codemasters, so thank you to those guys for sending all this information to me. Otherwise there would be no video for you guys. So, deep breath, let's get through this. As of today, Thursday the 28th of March, Codemasters are announcing F1 2019, the video game, will be releasing on Friday, the 28th of June, 2019. That is the weekend of the Austrian Grand Prix. So it'll be coming out before the British Grand Prix and Hungarian Grand Prix and the German one as well. So before the summer comes to a close, which is really, really nice. It's much earlier on in the season. We're able to enjoy the game for a lot longer before it becomes irrelevant, I suppose. So that's really nice to see that they're going down that path, and that means that there is also things going on behind the scenes which also affects esports. That means that competition might be brought forward, but hopefully we'll have some details on that further down the line. Working in partnership with F1 for the first time ever, players will be able to get behind the wheel of a 2019 regulation car specifically designed for the in collaboration with F1's technical team. I need to slow down because I'm getting too excited. With F1's technical team headed up by Ross Brawn and Pat Simmons. So Codemasters are working with these guys directly. Absolutely insane. That's been able to streamline their collaboration with F1, and they've been able to bring out the game faster and do it in a more efficient way, I suppose. The car, which will be available in multiplayer, not career mode. So I don't know if we are able to have our own custom car in career mode. It's yet to be seen, but at least in multiplayer, which is where I feel like that's the most important, adheres to the 2019 regulations and comes with a range of livery designs offering players a new level of personalization. The 2019 team liveries will also feature on the car in early marketing materials, but will be replaced by the final team cars ahead of the game's release. Now we're getting somewhere. We are absolutely delighted to be able to release F1 2019 earlier on in the F1 season so that the game can be played and enjoyed at the same time that the real World Championship is starting to take picture from, said Paul Gilles. Our close relationship with Formula One has played a vital part in achieving this key objective for the franchise. We've been calling about this for years. It releases way too late, very, very close to the following year coming out. It's just, but they're fixing that now, which is nice. That's in addition to our near 2-year development cycle. 2 years they've been making this game for, which is a big shock to me, because while F1 2018 was in development, they were already working on 2019. Interesting. Should make for a much more polished game. fingers crossed, has allowed us to develop some exciting new features and other firsts for the franchise that we can't wait to share with our community in the coming months. Yeah, that's a big statement. The exciting collaboration with Ross Brawn and Pat Simmons has created new levels of player personalization. We heard of cars, but not players. Okay. Through the inclusion of the new regulation car, said Liam Mather. With the continued growth of the F1 series, it's great to give players more control and new levels of car and driver customization. And we can't wait to talk about more of this alongside the new multiplayer features in the coming months. Alright, if I had this microphone, I would drop it right now because that is bloody insane. So, car customization, driver customization, and new multiplayer features and some other features which have never been in the franchise before. Hallelujah freaking Luya. It's about time multiplayer got some love, to be honest. I do have some renders of what a customized car will look like, and we're actually going to dive into that now. There are 3 images, some of which actually do have sponsors on them, so that might have been a concern of some of you guys. Can we put sponsors on the car, and will it... you might be worried about if it looks bland or not, but no, thankfully you can do that. I'm not from this part of the world, obviously, so I don't know if these are real sponsors or not. I'm guessing not. So we have sponsors like Venus, Slingshot Fuel, whatever that is. It's a nice blue and orange livery. I like the customization of the number there over the engine cover near where the shark fin used to be. How is this all going to work? Is it going to be like a in-depth car editor like in Forza? That would be absolutely awesome to go through different styles of designs. They've been trialing with that with the F1 manager game that they released on mobile last year. So I had a feeling that they'd be testing the waters with that game, and now it's being fully implemented into this new game. Here's the second image. A blue and green car this time. This one looks like it's a bit more advanced. So if you're more artistically inclined, I think you guys are going to really dive deep into this game, and it's really going to add to the personal feel of the game for sure. We've got a sponsor called TKI Star or All Star. I don't know. It's different. We've got Zanzar here. A different design again for the number that had a black outline on the circle. We've got something on the top there. I'm going to zoom in on that because you will have no idea what I'm talking about. We can customize the color of the halo, which is nice. Again, just lots going on there. So hopefully a lot of customization is there. Then we move on to the final car. It's blue and black. So whoever has made up these designs obviously loves the color blue. We've determined that already. We've got Sunburst here as a sponsor. We've got Xenon, Esto, Perpetua. We've got Avanzar again. Some kind of barcode under the wing mirror. I don't know if these are real sponsors or not, but I'm guessing they're not. If F1, you want to chuck in my logo in the game, feel free to let me know. You can have all rights to that. Just slip me £50 under the table. I'll be fine with that. But that's the customized cars. We have a lot of other things in the press release. Bless Codemasters for sending them all through. We have some different editions of the game covers, which they didn't talk about in the press release, but they sent it to me anyway. They're called Ghost Packs. We've got F1 2019, the anniversary edition, obviously being the 10th anniversary of Codemasters making F1 games. F1 2009 on the Wii was the first one to come out 10 years ago, so possibly paying homage to that maybe in some small way, but yeah, that's pretty darn cool, and I think that is just about everything I have to talk about today. We also have some renders of the 2019 cars. I don't know if these are the official F1 cars. Probably not. This is probably just like one set chassis with a lot of different liveries placed over the top of it. And that's how I'm guessing they're going to be getting out these cars earlier on in the year without annoying too many of the other teams, so to speak. But we've got the Alfa Romeo Sauber, which looks absolutely stunning. The matte red Ferrari, looking pretty sick as always. The Rich Energy Haas F1 team, very nice looking car. I think I'll be delving into that in some form in career mode. The McLaren looks very, very nice, albeit I didn't like that design as much as the 2018 car, but it's really growing on me personally. The Mercedes looks absolutely stunning with its stars, and still not a big fan of the Force India. I think that looks nicer in real life than what it does there. The Red Bull, stunning as always. Renault looking pretty good with the number 3 on it. Toro Rosso by Daniel Kvyat, and the toothpaste sponsored Rexona F1 car by Williams. Is that it? Yes, that is. That is pretty much everything, guys. Pretty sick as well that we're getting the game that much earlier on in the year. They've been working on it for 2 years, so we're not getting a rushed out game like we did with F1 2014, I think it was. That game came out very early on in the year. This is going to be a different story. There's going to be many other things that are affected by this early release date. F1 esports will be brought forward further. Qualifying for this year's competition will be brought forward as well, so I'd imagine that we might get some news on that hopefully in the next couple of weeks, and qualifying will start. I'm just not ready. I've only just got to the UK and all this stuff is just kicking off, so I'm glad I didn't procrastinate any longer than what I did in getting to this country. I'm only just getting settled in now and it's all kicking off. The F1 2019 news is in full force from now on in. So if you want to stay up to date with everything F1 2019 related, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Screw it. I'm feeling in a festive mood. I think I might give away 5 copies of F1 2019 on my Twitter. I don't know if I'll give them away straight away. I will get the codes and then I'll tweet them out whenever I have access to them. So follow me on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well to see plenty more F1 2019 content. We're going to be doing lots and lots of stuff. Career mode, online videos, league racing, potentially covering the F1 esports over the course of the year. That's going to be a very exciting part of the journey. Plus sim racing stuff whenever I do so feel inclined. But that is it from this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. If there's anything, any questions you have, feel free to ask them away in the comments. I'll try and answer as many as I can. But basically what I know is what you know. So that is it for now. Until the next one, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time, hopefully in my office and not in a lounge room. Laters.